It's Rubbish on the Rubbish and Rage podcast. There we go. What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be doing something different. We're not playing games. Today we are reading stories. That's right, we are actually reading something for once in our puny, pathetic lives. Ryan's never read a book, I'm pretty sure. I mean, if you count Waldo as, or Where's Waldo as a book, then yeah, sure, he's read a million books. But, you know, anything that's got anything with any form of letter or word in it, he won't have read it. He doesn't even know what words are. So anyway, today we're going to be reading some of the scariest stories on the internet. Yeah, some really creepy ass. So cue the scary music, guys. Thanks for that, Barry. Right, but some of these scary stories really going to scare the shit out of you. So if you're like 10 years old or whatever, get the fuck out of here, you pussy. The first few stories we're going to be reading though are going to be on the scariest website in the world. In other words, crappypasta.com. Some of the scariest stories ever written have come from this website. This first one we've got here is called... Shit, is there a name for it? Oh my god, just the title alone, you know this is going to be good. Scootaloo, ? And then in brackets, my first pasta. It's a nice short one to get us started. It looks incredible, to be honest. Here we go. I was walking down the street at night when I spotted a shadow. The shadow was in the shape of Scootaloo. What the fuck is a Scootaloo? The shadow then disappeared, just until it appeared again. Since that strange night, the shadow has been God, this spelling is horrible. Ether, since that strange night, the shadow has been haunting me. Every single night I dream about a shadow following me. Then I woke up just to see the shadow, ... again, ... Well, I have had enough. I got to find out about this. Until going back to bed, I found some strange blood splatters on my bed, and the words... What? Why is he writing with a stutter? This is, and the words... Exist. Why does he write with a stutter? That doesn't even make any fucking sense. Apparently it was written on the walls in blood, by the way, guys. I also saw... my pet dog... lying on the floor dead, with no organs, and his fur and eyes were ripped out. Okay? What? I thought, this couldn't have been happening, I thought. God, he thinks a lot, doesn't he? Until out of nowhere, until out of nowhere, a negative coloured Scootaloo. What the fuck is a Scootaloo? Popped out of nowhere, grabbed my organs out of my body, and ... Well, it's too complicated. Well, fuck right, screw that bullshit. Well, it's too complicated, but every 60 years, she comes back and haunts the next person living in this old house. What the fuck? Did he die? What the fuck? We said it's too complicated. Somebody comes back every 60 years. That's not really that complicated. And why are you explaining it after you've just had your fucking organs ripped out? And what the fuck is a Scootaloo? I'm looking this up. What is a Scootaloo? Oh my god. It's a My Little Pony character. No, we're getting the fuck out of here. Surprise me. Let's go to the next one. Jesus shit. Fuck me. I keep coming across these undercooked pastas. They're not funny. We want some fun. Okay, so this next one is called Starlight and I. Now you see, this is quite significant because I've written a creepypasta that's on creepypasta.com that's also called Starlight. So, I'm hoping this is going to be a good story that is not going to ruin the reputation of my own story, which has a 9.1 out of 10 rating on creepypasta.com. So hopefully this guy hasn't ruined my reputation here, or girl, I don't know what it is. So yeah, it's called Starlight and I. Here we go. The first sentence after the full stop, there's no space, so you know this is going to be good from the start. She is my friend. She is tall. She has long black hair and black eyes with red pupils. Sexy. She smiles ear to ear, but her teeth aren't sharp. Okay, that's like most people, really. They're like mine. Hi, my name's Clarissa Lee, and I'm 12. And you're on Starlight and I. My mama says not to play with her. She says she is one of them. I ask her, Mommy, who's them? She doesn't say anything. Usually if I asked her, she'd ignore me for 10 minutes. Her name is Starlight. Hey name. Hey name is Starlight. Starlight sees me as a friend. She doesn't hurt me. She wouldn't. She told me a lot of stories. One about her brother Jeff. Oh no. No, not one of these. Not one of these fucking pieces of shit. Jeff the Killer is this really fucking cliche creepypasta from ages ago. I don't know why people like it. It's awful. It's so bad. It's some guy gets fucking acid or bleach spilt on him and then decides to go and kill a bunch of people. It's the Joker. You know, it's the Joker from the Tim Burton Batman movies. Fuck me. Okay, she even told me stories about her life. I told her about my family too. Starlight doesn't like to talk about her sister. She told me she had one brother and one sister. I'd ask about her sister, but she always told me she's not someone you want to know. I assume she doesn't like her sister. She tells me a lot about Jeff. She says he's creative. Fucking fanfic. Starlight is 26. She always says she's a protector of children ages 0 to 20. As soon as they hit 21, boom, and cut off. That's it. As soon as your 21st birthday, you're no longer protected. You're probably going to die. Anyone else on that, she says, is a threat. My mom's 30. Starlight doesn't like her. Starlight is nice, but sometimes she comes back sad and red-colored all over her dark grey dress. She looks sad most of the time. Why? That actually says that. It says why. There's a why with a question. Why? It's like, why? You need to get a job, honey. Why? Oh, fucking philosophy joke. Anyway, Starlight and I were due to have our playdate today, but she never showed. I can't be able to do the American accent anymore. I sat in my room and waited for what seemed like seconds, minutes, hours. I gave up on waiting. It was a Saturday night. It was around 7:12, very specific time. It was around 7:12, you know. It could have been 7:13, could have been 7:11. My mother said I had to come in soon. I heard a scream from down the block, so I went to check it out. Naturally, you know, that's what you do if you hear a scream. I was traumatized by the sight. A woman beckoned a smaller figure to stop. It was Starlight. Why is her name Starlight? The younger figure fought against her grip and soon freed. The figure was definitely younger than me by a lot. I didn't see her face. A gasp was heard. Carissa, get out of here. Was it Carissa or Clarissa? I thought it was, no, it was Carissa. Yeah, no, that's my mistake. Carissa, get out of here, Starlight shouted. The younger figure turned its head towards my direction. It lunged at me. Hey, I thought the younger figure, I thought the kids were meant to be the good guys here. It was weird. The younger figure turned its head towards my direction. I closed my eyes, bracing for pain, or whatever it was soon to come. But then suddenly, the person was pulled off of me. Everything became silent. I opened my eyes and saw Starlight standing over me, giving me a look of disappointment. Damn me for not being able to run faster than that fucking crazy kid jumping at me. She held out her hand and I took it. She teleported us back to my house. Just in time for my mum to call me. And she's not going to question that. She's teleported you back home. Is that it? No? Nothing more complicated there. Okay, sure. You know, she can just teleport people. That's perfectly normal. Perfectly fine. There is nothing wrong with this part of the story at all. Sorry I wasn't there for our playdate today, Starlight apologised. It's okay, I said, still shaking up a bit. Don't worry, I'll come play in the morning, she smiled. So that night I was upset. What had happened? The next morning I waited for Starlight, if she was coming. I waited like yesterday and soon gave up. 1 week later. No, look at that. 1 week later. I was depressed. Starlight hadn't come back. I was worried. 2 more days. What? Why was this 1 week later? Why didn't you just say 9 days later? Why didn't you just say 9 days later and skip that whole part? 2 more days. I gave up. I didn't wait anymore. I got up from my bed slumping. I saw a note on my desk and immediately I rushed towards it and read it. And then, this is all in caps this bit. Sorry, Carissa, but there's another child who's in need. I'm very sorry, Starlight. I cried, I lost my friend, I'm lonely, and now I'll never see my friend again. You poor bastard. That poor child that they had to go and help, you know. Fuck them. What? Why? What a load of bullshit. Fuck me. You terrible writers. Every single one of you are fucking terrible writers. If you're a terrible writer and you're watching Rubbish and Rage, we ask for you to send in your stories to us. We want to hear your shit stories. Oh my god. Great Wall of Pasta. Is this a really long one? Oh my god, Jesus. There's no paragraphs in this. It's just one long ass paragraph. It's called The Laptop and the Knife. Have I read this one? It sounds familiar. On Christmas Eve, my dad went last-minute Christmas shopping. I gave him a list of what I wanted for the festival. At the top of the list was a laptop with 16GB RAM. With 16GB RAM, 2TB hard disk drive, and a good GPU, CPU, plus a good graphics card. Come down to PC World and buy an Asus laptop today. My 25-year-old brother, on the other hand, had asked for a hunting knife, as hunting was one of his hobbies when he wasn't serving his country. Patriots! My brother was a Staff Sergeant Marine who was given up to 2-week leave from duty due to him working 3 years consecutively. Before he went back to work as a PA to a politician, and left me in custody of my older brother. Oh wait. Come on, Damien, let's play Black Ops 2, said Harry, my older brother. This is like a giant advert, isn't it? I went upstairs to my room to get my PlayStation 3 and realised that a blizzard was happening. A blizzard! Blizzard! Play World of Warcraft today! Was happening. At the moment it seemed calm, but I suspected that it was going to get warm. We played countless hours on my PlayStation 3 until I received a call. Damien, me and your mother can't make it in time for Christmas because of the blizzard, and it might take us a few days to get home, so me and your mother have decided to meet up at the Excelsior Hotel. At the Excelsior Hotel! I'm afraid you're going to have to celebrate Christmas on your own, son. I was devastated. I broke the news to my brother, who was also visibly sad. He said, well, there's nothing better to do now than to cook the dinner. I mean, that's how I solve all my problems. You know, if everything's gone to shit, even if it's not dinner, even if it's like sort of, you know, even if it's like 9 a.m, you know, just fucking cook dinner. Just throw the turkey in the oven. That's how I solve all my problems. Anyway, where was I? Cook dinner. His witty remarks made me chuckle. We cooked all the vegetables. That's so witty, wasn't it? We cooked all the vegetables and the turkey. It smelled and tasted nice, but neither of us were in a merry mood. Is this going to get scary at any point? I ate an eighth of what was served on my plate, whereas my brother a quarter. We opened our presents. My brother unwrapped the hunting knife, a new watch, and a painting set. I unwrapped my presents: a PlayStation 4, Cristiano Ronaldo's new boots, and a Real Madrid football, and my grand present, the laptop. It came in a plain, slender brown boxing. It came with no manual, just the laptop itself and a charger. I was surprised, but I turned it on, set it up, and checked its specifications and features, and surprisingly, it had all the things I wanted it to have. Why is that surprising? Oh, you ordered something and it's what you wanted. Of course it's going to be what you fucking ordered, you piece of shit. I took my PlayStation 4 upstairs and let my brother toy around with my laptop. Why did you get a laptop then? I played for an hour until I got bored and went to grab the laptop off my brother. I was horrified to find his neck gruesomely spewing out blood as red as a rose. Okay, red as a rose, fine with me. I found his bloody hunting knife laid across my laptop, but I didn't find his head anywhere nearby. I took my laptop off his bloody hands and put it on the kitchen table. You're not going to call the police or anything, you know? You're not going to like assess the situation and get the police to try and fucking investigate. 'Cause there might be a murderer in your house for all you know. I found the head. I found his mutilated head at the background of the computer. On the corner, I saw a small hooded figure growing bigger. Okay? I was baffled until the kitchen lights continuously flashed red, which worried me more. It's like, imagine just sort of sitting there like, this creepy shit going on, you know, your brother's dead. You got this head, it's the desktop of your computer, there's a little guy walking towards you, and the lights start flashing red, and you go, it's kind of worrying really, isn't it? You know, I should probably do something about this. I don't know, maybe I should cook dinner, you know, that's how I solve all my other problems, just cook dinner. Oh, fucking hell. What was I up to? Which worried me more. I turned around to find my brother's head dominated by a grey hood. He held my brother's combat knife. I would have escaped, but we were snowed in, so I had to fight him. I was a 3rd grade black belt in karate, and my brother had taught me some basic military techniques, but I was no match for this abomination. I used my nunchucks. He slashed his knife at me with ultimate force and rapid speed, but I blocked it with turkey. The ultimate defense. I kicked him in the face. He doesn't have a face, he doesn't have a head, remember? And dashed upstairs, but he was already ahead of me. Ahead. Zing! He stabbed me in the leg and I pushed him down the stairs. You know, so you're not in pain, you're not recoiling from this pain. I went to my brother's room and found a Glock 18 and a caffeine injection. At least it looked like caffeine. Just pick up the old Glock, you know. Have some dinner. You know, fight with a turkey, pick up the Glock. Average day. Average American day. I injected it into my vein and I felt my heart beating faster. I could see my muscles getting bigger. What does this person think caffeine is? My brother's dead carcass burst into the room. I unloaded all the bullets into his body, but he remained unharmed. Wow, good planning there, genius. He once again threw his knife at me, but this time I held it in my hands. Blood was leaking rapidly out of my hands, but I felt no pain. This isn't a horror story. I punched him in the face, even though he had no head, and disarmed him. I threw my brother's knife out of the smashed window. I tackled him to the floor, pulled his hood down. His face looked nothing like my brother's. No shit, it's because it's been cut off. It looked like a burnt, disfigured clown face. I used all my might and ripped his heads off. Heads? You used all your might and ripped his head off? It's like ripping a Yellow Pages in half or something. I laid down and cried all night until I blacked out. You still haven't called the police, I see. I woke up in hospital 2 days later. My parents walked in and asked me what happened. Wow! This is a quite long story, to be honest. I narrated the story to them. In the end, my dad said, Damien, I haven't bought the laptop yet. All the stores were closed because of the blizzard. I didn't figure this out. Did he just get up in the morning and just be like, oh cool, there's presents under the tree. My parents must have put there even though they're stuck in that blizzard. To this day, no one knows who impersonated my dad and brought the laptop. Sometimes that caffeine-like substance takes over me and I black out for a whole day and have no knowledge of the previous events. What the fuck? You're not even asking the right questions. Who impersonated his dad? It's probably the person that had something to do with that clown-faced guy. You're not questioning what the fuck the laptop was. You're not questioning who cut your brother's head off. You're not questioning why he grew a weird clown head and then fought it. And then ripped the head off and it was perfectly fine. You're not questioning any of that shit. You're not questioning how you got into the bloody hospital. And the fucking caffeine. Well, this caffeine was actually some creepy substance that has nothing to do with anything else. It's just like, oh, he just had some demonic powder in his room. You know, what else would you have in there? That's what I keep in my drawer all the time. Some creepy caffeine-looking powder that you inject into your veins and grow massive muscles and then black out all the time. I use it all the time. It's my go-to drug. Fuck me. Jesus Christ. These people are so fucking stupid. Okay. Last one, I swear. No more. This is a short one. It's called Do You Love Me Yet? Here we go. Some people say that God has an arch enemy, Satan. Actually, it's his son, but yeah, okay. What people don't know is that he had a daughter with a demonic wolf. He named this child, oh my god, Madesquadion. Or Mad. Madesquadion. But we call her Mad. Yeah, she's fucking crazy. Mad had the powers of a wolf, which went well with her tail, ears, and amber eyes. She has two true forms, a bear-like wolf and a teenager. A bear-like wolf! It was bear-like, it's not really a wolf, is it? It's more of a fucking bear. Oh my god. Mad believed that the best food was pain. Mad's not a very happy person, is she? She would torture humans and feed on their pain, then feed on their flesh. One day she came across a teenage boy, her age, who she thought was beautiful. Pain seeped off him in litres, which to her was an aphrodisiac, or aphrodisiac as this person calls it. It's like, you fucking turn me on. Your depression is just making me fucking rock hard right now. She entered his mind and found he had a girlfriend. She quickly changed into that girl and dragged him into an alleyway, as you do. She strapped him into the wall with chains of shadow and slowly but gleefully tortured herself. Okay? She felt no pain, so it felt good. The boy watched in fear, which made her go into a craze. She put her hand on his chest and ripped out his heart. She moved towards the alive boy and whispered in his ear, "Do you love me yet?" Around the world, people were being murdered by their undead loved ones, leaving only their heart missing from the pile of organs. People say that love is painless. Do you? Nobody says love is painless. Who the hell ever said love is painless? Oh my god, there's a picture attached. There's a fucking picture attached to this. Okay. It's just an alleyway. What? Why is there a picture of an alleyway attached to it? What the fuck? Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I don't understand at any age, you know, even when I was young, and I tried writing or something, never did I make anything this fucking stupid. This is just, you don't need to be clever to realise, or, you know, like an active reader, to look at this and think, this is fucking bullshit. You know, I could hand this over to a 5-year-old, and they would say it's the stupidest piece of crap they've ever read, assuming they could read this well. I mean, reading that person's name, Madesqueredion, it's spelled Madesqueredion. Who would call Madesquer? Is that even like a word? You know, I'm googling that. I want to find out where they got this name from. Let's check this shit out. Madesqueredion. No, it's only used in this creepypasta. Is it meant to be Masqueradion? You think? They spelled it wrong, and they didn't realise. Can I put a side note on this? Nah, shit. Can't be asked for that. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed these incredible stories we've been reading today. You know, I hope this has all encouraged you all to go out into the world and read a book yourself. You know, particularly one written by somebody on Crappypasta. You know, you always find those crappy little fanfics that get put on Amazon Kindle, because as far as I know, you can put anything on there. So that thing is full of bullshit, and it's, you know, it just makes for some of the best reading ever. Just make sure you don't pay for it. Okay, you don't want to fund these idiots. Just find the book, find a PDF of it, read it, and just, you know, put up a review for it and tell them how fucking stupid they are, because it's the funniest thing. Thanks for watching. Next time on Rubbish and Rage. Bastards.